Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's segment. I'm here today for one important economic development and sustainability of the country, Nigeria. I have with me on the show today the art of business development. I need you to watch this short video. That's pretty.
Guess what? Olaniran Fiyifoluwa and Fawole Olusoji are not a couple, but beneficiaries of a vocational training, and they can now make the wedding attire they are putting on. This may look like a wedding reception, but it is not. Guess what? Olaniran Fiyifoluwa and Fawole Olusoji are not a couple, but beneficiaries of a vocational training, and they can now make the wedding attire they are putting on. Their excitement is a reflection of what it feels like for the more than 100 participants who are now entrepreneurs in Apapa area of Lagos.
That really helped me a lot. Actually, by next year, I'll be going back to school. So right now, I have something to do for myself. That's regarding my parents.
We've prepared our mind that this period will be our project period. We've used Ankara to sew suits. We've used Ankara to sew a lot of wares.
The youth unemployment rate in Nigeria reached an all-time high of 38% in the second quarter of 2018, from 23% estimation between 2014 and 2017. Empowering more than 150 small business owners and graduating about 100 beneficiaries of a skill acquisition program in Apapa local government area can be regarded as a timely project.
We have nothing less than 120 people that is graduating. We ensure that we give the first three in all the 8 departments that we have cash gifts, and we also purchase the equipment for them. Other ones, about 100 of them, we are giving them some tokens, like 50,000 as a startup grant.
They're not going to look for jobs again because the tailor, some of them are already sewing my clothes that I pay them. The hat I wear to church, I give to some of them. They do it, and they do it well. So I don't believe this one will not be beggars. They will not be looking for jobs. They will even be employers of labor.
The beneficiaries are advised to make judicious use of the startup funds and skills acquired.
Somebody who is very wise as a beneficiary of what he or she has taken from here should please make sure that he or she utilizes it to the benefit of he or herself or the family.
If this project is replicated across board, it is expected that the unemployment rate will definitely drop in the near future.
Ladies and gentlemen, the executive chairman of Apapa local government, Honorable Owolabi Adele, executive chairman, good evening. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening, sir, and welcome, viewers.
How's it going in Apapa today?
Like a normal day, the workload is there.
Excellent.
Excellent. To God. That God has been our strength, have seen us through today.
Absolutely. I see that you're another silent achiever. You're doing a lot, but you're not making as much noise about it. I want to show our viewers another video of another thing that you have done or your intervention during the COVID period. For everybody who is at home, please, I want to show you this short video, another video of the fantastic work that this chairman is doing, in particular during this COVID period. Please watch this.
As I'm talking to you, that out of 113 streets that we have in Apapa local government, we have disinfected nothing less than 102. And also, we have like Flour Mills, Tinker Highland Port, Lagos Port, the main port, we have also disinfected. And we have ensured that all the markets, all the 7 markets that we have in Apapa local government, we have also fumigated them. all the 8 primary schools that we have in Apapa local, we have also fumigated them, and also all the secondary school, junior secondary school, and senior secondary school. We have ensured that fumigation has been done. Apart from that, we also do sensitization, whereby we have English, Pidgin, and Yoruba and Hausa language, so that we can disseminate this information to the residents.
Mr. Chairman, this stuff in different areas in the last 3 years. How would you rate your achievements in in your administration? What would you consider your biggest achievement?
Concerning my rating, my achievements, I will leave that for the residents to judge. But on my own part, I would say that I've done tremendously well. Based on the legacy that was left behind by the former chairman, that is Honorable Joseph, in which I'm also part of the ESCO member. When he was the chairman, I was the secretary. First and foremost, I was special advisor on special duty. And the second time of the honorable, I was the secretary to the local government. During these 6 years, I've gathered a lot of experience and knowledge on how to run the council. So that one propelled me to challenge for the exalted seat of the council position.
What is your inspiration? Why did you run for office? In addition, aside from the fact that you were part of the administration and you had seen things, were there things that you wanted to achieve? Like, I wish I can be chairman one day so I can fix this road. I wish I can just be chairman so I can build this school. Was there a driving force that made you dream or aspire to become the chairman of your local government someday?
Definitely. They are driving force. Like, as I've said, what Honorable Ayodeji Joseph have done in the past. So there needs to be someone that is going to bring that gap, continue with that laudable achievement. That is one of the reasons that propelled me to also said, with God on my side, I also can hide this position. And like play, we started it, and to the glory of God, and God Almighty crowned the effort. And today, 3 years in the making, by July 24th, we are going to be 3 years in office. So it has been a journey well spent so thus far.
Mr. Chairman, in terms of youth development and sport, what would you consider your contribution over the last 3 years? What have you done for young people in Apapa local government? One of them, for example, is the vocational training program in the video that I was showing earlier when we started. But I want them to hear it from you yourself, because I know you're more of a performer than a speaker, but it'd be nice for them to hear it from the horse's mouth. What have you done in the areas of school youth, employment, job creation, and also sport development?
Thank you very much. My cardinal point is yes, we were. And YESUHA is an acronym in which I will try as much as possible to explain in details. The first one, the why there, is what we know as youth empowerment. Like the headers have a saying that any youth that is not busy, definitely the enemy or the devil will make use of his mind for a negative purpose. So when I got into office, I try as much as possible to engage the youth. In one of the videos that I've just seen here, that some of them that are not privileged to go to higher institution, or some of them that are waiting their school SAT results, we give them 6-month vocational training. Some of this training involve fashion designing, catering, cosmetology, bead making, information technology, IT center. We have it in our vocational center. And to the glory of God, this one has add positive value into the youth within the community. And another thing that I've done under that is that we ensure that we partner with Lagos State Endowment Trust Fund. The Apapa local government contributed 10 million naira, and also the Lagos State Trust Fund contributed 10 million naira. So in all together, we give a soft loan for small businesses, someone that is selling the recharge card, or that is selling provision, or that is selling minerals in the common market. We spread the money across so that it can accommodate more people. 150,000 was given to small business owner as a loan spread within a year to be paid back with 5% interest to Lagos State's Endowment Trust Fund. So more than 130 small businesses benefited in this. And another thing that I did, that was last year, December 2019, that 165 was given a grant, non-refundable, of 100,000 naira each. Part of those people that benefited were mostly youth. That involved in small scale businesses. Yeah, and then we give 165, I'm talking about 16.5 million naira were given to them in order to elevate their status
Wow.
from the level of poverty to at least an average
Poverty.
man. Yeah. And on the
Wow.
area of
Well,
education, we have tried as much as possible. Among the 8 primary schools that we have in Apapa local government, when I got into office, I discovered that there are challenges of benches and chairs. So we constructed nothing less than 1,000 chairs and benches, which was distributed to all the 8 primary schools and the junior high schools that we have within Apapa metropolis. So this one has been of a tremendous help. Another cardinal point that I have is on the issue of environment. Like the elders have been saying, that cleanliness is next to godliness. A clean environment is an access to the resident and the corporate organization. As I'm talking to you, we bought backhoe, like a caterpillar, a tractor, that out of the
wow.
113 rows that we have within Apapa, both tertiary, primary, and secondary drain, we ensure that with the silters, as I'm talking to you, we have desilted nothing less than 43 of this road or street within Apapa, and we are doing it continuously on a daily basis.
Mr. Chairman, I am, I don't want to say I'm speechless at some of the achievements. It may not have turned Apapa to London, but the fact that there's some level of effort in the local government. What are you doing? Apapa is supposedly one of the richest local governments in Lagos, not in terms of Jack, but in terms of the private sector in your community. How are you leveraging the private sector businesses and the economic activity in your community to boost your IGR, to be able to do more for your people, or PPP to be able to drive development into Apapa local government?
Thank you very much. When I got into office, the first thing I ensured that I embark upon is that to build that robust relationship on the organization within Apapa local government. When we are talking about the third year of government, organization per se, they have this negative belief that they cannot deliver. They are just there to come and shop and eat. But my first 1 year in office, I take that steps ahead. So I try as much as possible to give them dividend of democracy, ensure that there are some good roles in critical areas of the world within Apapa metropolis. And when they see the confidence in you that this guy is ready to work, and also by the time we write them, they are willing and more than enough to have a listening ears to us. So thus far, it has been a tremendous, robust relationship between corporate organization within Apapa and the local government itself.
Cool government. I'm coming to roads. I know everybody wants to talk about the road, but what about security? How are you also leveraging in terms of security of lives and properties in the local government?
One of the primary objectives of any elected officer into office is that protection of life and property. So when I got into office, there are challenges here and there. So at our security meeting, peace and security meeting, we have Army representative, Navy representative, Civil Defense representative, the area B command, the DPO Ijora and the DPO Ijora Badia. So we normally engage them on a monthly basis and their area of challenges. And this one led me as a team of the Apapa local government. We put into action and we bought about 9 Sienna buses. I would say grade ones, second-hand buses, and we distributed because anytime at night, sometimes when they want to go out, they always have problem of mobility. So we ensure that one of the areas that we need to touch is to give them mobility, to provide vehicle for them, which we did. We gave to Army, we gave to Navy, we gave to Civil Defense, we gave to Area B Command, we gave to DPO Ijora Badia, we gave to Ijora Apapa as well, DPO Apapa, and we also did it to the NEREC, the Christian chapter and the Muslim chapter. Anything that is going to happen in the physical will first and foremost occur in the spiritual. So we need the spiritual aspect of it in order to carry the Christians along, that they should be prayerful, and also the Muslim brothers along to also involved in the security consciousness of Apapa architecture. As a result of this, we have a robust relationship. And recently again, we inaugurated the community policing within Apapa, in where we have those people that have integrity was carefully picked within the community. We have member of the CDA, we have the member of the market, we have the member of the union, we have the member of the resident association within the community, and on a monthly basis or at emergency, sometimes we have a robust and holistic approach to the security challenges in Apapa. And to Apapa, we have major two entry points: the axis of the Ijoro Loye Bridge and the axis of the Tinker Island Bridge and the waterways. So we
The Ijora,
ensure
is
that
that the one by Orile? That's the one coming from Orile and then
Ijoro Lokba,
Ijora Lopa, yeah.
by Loma,
By Loma,
by Loma.
yes.
So we ensure that at this entry point, there are strategically located policemen that is accessible to the people, and also on a rotational basis. Both the Army and the Navies, they move with their vehicle on a rotational basis, because Apapa is the hub of the nation. So the security of life and property is very germane. We don't compromise that at all.
Mr. Chairman, you said Apapa is the hub of the nation, but the Apapa has one of the worst road challenges in Lagos. The trailers have continued to be an issue. The roads are very bad. What are you doing in terms of, I know it's not your local government road, they're largely state road and federal government road, but Lagosians will not be happy if I don't ask that question. What are you doing in terms of collaboration in ensuring that that road gets fixed? Or what is the status of the road?
Concerning the road, as I'm speaking to you, most of the road have been awarded. As I'm talking to you, that on top of the bridge, the Lily Pond, the federal government impact is being fed there, and they are doing a construction work at the joint point, where anytime you climb the bridge, the opening space within, they normally call it the joint point. They are doing tremendous work there. And on the part of the local government, because we are the third tier of government and we are nearer to the people at the grassroots, and these are most of the roads that I also apply day in and day out. Anytime there is any major challenges on the road, the local government, we don't wait for the federal government, neither we wait for the state government. We did the ones that we can do to either to patch the road, because we don't have the manpower, let me say the capital, to implement most of this road. But if it's to the surface, we do that as quick as possible. And concerning the traffic situation, we are not yet there, but I can see things can get better. You know, the traffic situation about the truck and the tankers that we are facing in Apapa is a man-made. Is a man-made. And I'm going to give you like 3 examples. Like a container that is bringing
I don't know if I got cut
A
off or
truck
the
that is
chairman
bringing
got
empty
cut off.
container. Don't expect empty container to come, but they have made it an habit that by the time to come to they come to the road to stay there, they will be using the main road to be what? Looking for those people that have DTO, delivery terminal holder, which is not a welcome development. If you don't have a call up at the nominated garage, you shouldn't come to the port access area so that those people that have the meaningful development can access the port. But we just
Okay, I think the executive chairman had a challenge with his internet. If you please bear with us, it's going to be back. It's just a minor internet challenge. Please bear with us. We're speaking currently about the roads in Apapa. I know that it's more of the federal government and the state government, but of course, as a local government, is also concerned about, is also responsible at some level. I was going to talk about teachers recruitment. I'm going to talk about. Okay, I think the chairman is back. Mr. Chairman, sorry, I think the internet lost you.
That's it.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I think the internet was a bit challenging. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
I can't see you. Your screen is dark. Your screen is dark. I'm not sure if your camera is turned on. I know your audio is. Camera is turned on. I know your audio is. Can you refresh again? Can you refresh again?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Yes. Okay, I think it's going to have to refresh and then come back online. We're going to talk about what it's doing in terms of HRM, human resource management, the local government. We're going to talk about his relationship with the CDCs and the CDA in the community. We're going to talk about sport. Mr. Chairman, I'm sure it's probably is back now.
Okay.
Yes, I have you back. I can see you and I can hear you. Excellent. So yeah, you were talking.
Okay, as I was saying, is that it's a man-made thing that if
You said
anybody that
DTO,
doesn't have
DTO.
DTO, yes, that is delivery terminal holder. Delivery terminal holder that will make you to access the port to go and take another container that have just been brought from abroad after it has been offloaded from the vessel. But some of these drivers find their way into the main road. Instead of them to be going to the port direct, they will stay on the road. They are fond of that habit. They will stay 2-3 days on the road. Then they are looking for this document so that as they are dropping the empty container, they are taking another container out of the road. So in the course of when the vice president in 2019 May 22, 2019, inaugurated the presidential tax team, it was one of the objectives is that if you don't have any business doing in Apapa Port or Tinkaina Port, don't stay on the road. And I'm privileged to be one of the committee member. And we discovered that we move around out of Apapa local government, go to Ajeromi Ifelodun, go to Amuwo, Oriade Assist to go and look for nominated park. And we discovered 33 nominated park that can take nothing less than 30,000 trucks or tankers. And they are going to be paying, at the first instance, they will pay 2,000. At the subsequent days, they will be paying 1,500 so that they can leave the road and be at this nominated park. And then either their manager or the owner of the truck will go to the clearing agent to go and look for DTOs that is ready, that they are ready to transport their goods out of their Apapa port. And another challenge that I've discovered again is that even the security men are not helping matters. This
I think I lost Mr. Chairman there. I don't know if it's for me or
security
for
men
him.
as the federal government and the federal government is giving them some honorarium through Chippers Council and the MPA itself. Even the local government also contributed these tokens during that time. We discovered that some of them have formed the habit of stopping these trucks at some strategic junction, demanding for 30,000 to 20,000, 40,000 from them. These are some of the things that causes the challenges of the traffic gridlock. And most of these things happen at night when more than 80% of the people are off the road.
Asleep, yeah.
They discover that the place is dark, they can do and undo at night. That is why we normally see the backlog. Like, let me give an instance. Maybe APM Mola, for example, or Tinker Island Port can take altogether 500 trucks in a day. At night, because of the selfish interest of some of these security personnel, some of them are wonderful people, but some of them, the bad eggs among them, because of their own self-interest, they will now block all the access road. We normally agree that they should make use of one lane and allow the business owner to take the second lane. But at the end of it, we'll find it out that before the day break, as early as 6 o'clock, sometimes I normally monitor them, the two roads are blocked. So by the time you engage some of the drivers or the motorboy, they will say that we have settled some people. We have settled Mr. A or we have settled Mr. B. So most time, anytime I approach them and I introduce myself that I'm the chairman of Apapa and also privileged member of the presidential task team, they will now be saying that we are sorry, sir. These people doesn't hear what. But in their presence sometimes, the ones that are bold enough to say that, oh God, but you collected this amount of money. So is the incident of what happened at night that reflect to the daytime that people that are coming to work doesn't have access to the road, easy access to the road. So I'm using this junction to appeal to the federal government and also the state government to come into the aid of the local government, because I will not be at rest until there is free flow of traffic on the federal government road.
In Apapa access.
In Apapa access. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, human resources is very critical. What are you doing in the area of pension, pensionable staff, non-pensionable staff who are retired? What welfare have you introduced in your 3 years?
Thank you very much. Like when I came in, there is this monthly, in order to boost the welfare of the staff, for example, let me start with the staff. I discovered that a staff that is earning 50,000 naira as salary, by the time I'm going to view his pay slip, I will discover that 35,000 naira he has used on loan. So I just ask this simple question: how are you going to cope with this 15,000? If madam asks you for feeding allowance at home, you will turn it to fight. That okay, and to the glory of God, through the help of the Almighty God, I now adopt with the team that every month we'll be giving them 1 million naira loan. We started it. Sometimes during the festive mood, we off it because of the festive mood. We started it and it's ongoing. Another thing that I did is that the commodity center is being revived. What did I mean by the commodity center? Like someone that is collecting 15,000, he cannot easily go to the access and to survive for the rest of the month. So they go to the staff commodity center. They have rice, they have palm oil, they have the basic food that is going to sustain them. So based on what you have on your pay slip, and you can buy food items worth 30,000, 20,000 based on your capacity, and they will spread the repayment plan within 6 months so that it can be convenient. These are some of the things that we do at the commodity center. And talking about the staff welfare, I just bought a new bus, 2 buses for them, and we have one in existence before. So by the time they resume fully, one will be going through Ikorodu Axis, another one to Oshodi Axis, and another one to trade fair houses that's going towards Okoko. So the welfare of staff is paramount in my administration. I'm talking about the non-pensionable and the other, also the residents at large. You know, I'm privileged to be there, and this money is a public fund. And some of them we have the issues of house rent, also medical financial assistance. We ensure rigorously that they follow the due process so that even we that want to help them and those that we want to help, every one of us, we are safe. We have a safe landing, that we ensure that the right, if it's medical financial assistance or house rent financial assistance, all the necessary documents that are supposed to be attached to the letter is being attached and is being duly processed. At least every month, if it's 10 that we can attend, giving them a token of, let me say, 100,000, 80,000, 150,000 sometimes, depending on the complexity of their needs. So we look at it. Some of them that are in school, in order to encourage them. So we also assist on the school payment of school fees as well.
Let me use the opportunity to appreciate you for your contribution of desks and chairs to Subeb some months ago. I know that the chairman is very appreciative and the board is very grateful for your partnership and your donation. In addition to those kind of gestures, how else are you complementing the effort of the state government in the area of education or teachers development?
Thank you very much. Like if you ask my executive secretary in the educational board, once they are on break, if not for this COVID-19, once they are on break, most especially the third time break that is very long, they normally have 2 weeks training. At least like 100 of the teachers will be trained within Apapa local government. And also another thing I did is that during my tour of all the primary schools and junior secondary school, I discovered that they lack teachers. And I asked the executive secretary of the local school authority to give me the list of how many teachers do they need in the schools. And I discovered it's about 110 teachers. So in my own way, in my own little way, in order to give back to my community, because I'm that's talking to you, I am a product of public school. My primary school is public school. My secondary school is public school. Even my tertiary institution, Lagos State University, I'm not like Miss Honorable DayoIsrael that went to private school. So in order to give back to my community, we engage nothing less than 33 teachers that we pay some fees, and just to encourage them that we don't have much. 33 teachers, we pay them 30,000, and some of the corpers also complement as they are serving. Some of them that have interest in teaching, we also pay them 20,000 just to augment. And to the glory of God, like this superb teacher employment opportunity that is coming on board, nothing less than among these 3 people, 33 people, nothing less than 3 of them is going to be given letter of appointment as a temporary, as a permanent teacher. So on the area of school, I don't joke with them, because the foundation of these peoples matters most, because they are the future leader of tomorrow. So the best that you can give a child is within the age of 0 to 7 years. So you have to, that foundation is very, very critical. So I don't play with the primary schools within my local government.
What about teaching materials, learning materials, school bags? Do you do any of those jam lessons, lessons?
Of course. Before the lockdown, we have started the jam lesson. Even some of them have sat for the exams before the lockdown. You know, they did the examination in batches. Some of them sat for the exams. And the GCE class lesson, we also did it for this 3rd time. So we are planning to to sew for the purpose nothing less than 5,000 children, and we are going to give them school uniform free of charge. All the primary schools within from primary 1 to 4, because we have, I said 5,000, and we have done it in the past that by giving them school bags and also a six exercise book just to start with. And another thing on the area of education is that the immediate past chairman, which is immediate past House of Rep member Honorable Ayodeji Joseph, gave us his free ride school bus too, and also the Apapa local government added another two to it, that all the children that live within Ijora Oloba and Ijora Badia, they have free access. You know, some of their parents is only like 100 naira they are going to give them with their transportation and feeding. But God has been our strength with this school bus initiatives. We call it Scholar Bus. So it has been of tremendous help. Averagely in a day, we move nothing less than 400 people from Ijora to Apapa Azes.
Let me use the opportunity to also add that SUBEM is also supporting your work by giving free food to the children while they are in school under the home growth feeding program. And we are also, some of your schools are also under our Excel, which we have digitalized their teaching and learning. Let me get some rep for SUBEM as
well. That's great.
So as we begin to wrap up, what have you done during this COVID season? We watched a bit of the video. Tell us more about your intervention during the COVID season.
Okay, during the COVID period, you know, Mr. Governor started it first. He gave us some food materials to distribute, I think about 2,000 within Apapa Metropolis, which we distributed. And we discovered that people are yearning for more, because all these people doesn't have the opportunity of going to work. They have been locked down because of this pandemic. So the second phase, we did it in April 13th for about 3 days, April 13th. And what we did is that we bought semo, about 3,000 bag of semos and wheat, and with 2,500 cash added to it. And one thing we do is that we go house to house, that is, go and meet the vulnerable, go and meet those people that are in need, and we assess them as we give it to them, and also they appreciate it and give us prayer. And by April 25, because of what we have done, I remember Julius Berger Nigeria Limited gave us about 10 kg, 500 bag of rice, public private participation, and CFAS also gave us 1.5 million, in which we also added some millions of naira to it to do the third batch, you know. And after that one, His Excellency Mr. Governor, under the office of the Chief of Staff, also did what we call daily feeding, that we will give it to Mama Put. They will cook and attend in all the wards. About 200 people were being attended to on a daily basis before the lockdown was lifted gradually. So on this, during the COVID, at least we try as much as possible to be there for the needs of our people within our local government.
That's amazing. Mr. Chairman, how are you working with the CDCs and the CDAs to develop your community?
This group of people have been a tremendous people to me. They have been my strengths, and we normally have a monthly meeting and we have ideas together. Like they say, two good heads are always better than one. Despite the fact that I'm in the office, even the yearnings, they complain like of the people within the wards or the community or the city. They give it back to me. I have a feedback mechanism whereby we engage each other, and the area where they want my attention, the attention of the council to be attention of the council to give them priority in one area or the other, we are there. And also the market leaders also and the head school have been of tremendous help. I'm giving them kudos to them. I also engage them, and if there's any challenges within the market, in all the 7 markets that we have in the Apapa local governments, We sit down. How do you want us to go about it? They will bring their own suggestion, and we as a local government will bring a modern and advanced approach to what they have put down, and we rub minds together, and we have a common front to give them infrastructure development.
The comment on the screen says publicity isn't doing much good to what the council chairman is doing. There are a lot of roads fixed by the local government, even creating roads where they never existed. Can you tell us about this, please?
Thank you very much. On the area of road, we have constructed a lot of roads. Just to mention few, Ibiere Road has been constructed. Moshood Tijani Road in Wadi has been constructed. Anjori Market Road in Wadi has been constructed. Maybin Road in Wadi has been constructed. North Avenue Road in Wadi has been constructed. Landa Close Road has been constructed. As I'm talking, Faro Road in Ijoro Loye Ward, Faro Road has been constructed. Adeyemi Road has been constructed. Aro Road has been fully constructed. Tigate Road has been constructed. Aro Link Road has been constructed. And also, right now, as I'm talking to you, all these roads are new roads. There have been a lot of new roads. As I'm talking to you, Itakpeju by Moshi Road is under construction as I'm talking to you. And before, in 2 months' time, it's going to be completed. And also, some of the project that was also done was the 2-story building of Oluwole Primary Health Center. 2-story building of Oluwole Primary Health Center has been also finished, constructed. It's not because of this pandemic, so we are going to postpone it to August in order to what? Commission that primary health center. So just to mention some of the few things that have been done. As I'm talking to you, within the council secretariat, we are doing a project of nothing less than 450 million. Part of the council secretariat was being demolished, and we need to construct it to an edifice, a modern edifice of 2-story twins building and 3-story building, respectively. Is ongoing right now. My aim and objective, by the special grace of God, are come the end of December, we are going to finish that project.
Excellent, Mr. Chairman. What should we expect in the next 1 year? What should people in Apapa local government expect to see in the final year of your first term?
To whom much is given, much is expected. It's not he that started that will be rewarded, but he that finished well. So this 1 year, I stand on the mandate that was given to me that I will not let them down. I will give in more infrastructural development. And one of the areas that I want to touch about is all the primary school in Apapa to have an ICT center. That I am not privileged, when I was growing up in the primary school. Students of nowadays, even once you drop your phone, you just take your phone and access it. So an IT center in all the primary school center, and also an holding bay, a mini clinic, in case if any pupils injure themselves within the primary school, the teachers can easily administer first aid equipment to them. So these are some of the things that I'm planning to do for the last 1 year that remains in the 4-year tenures that we have.
Honorable Chairman, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Hello? In the last 1 year that remains, what I want to do again is that, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. In the last 1 year, yes, I can hear you clearly.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes.
So the last 1 year is just to ensure that.
Please keep talking. I can hear you.
To ensure that our HGRI, internal generated revenue, my aim is that last year 129 million was being achieved. This year my target is nothing less than 300 million. And at the end of June, because of the pandemic, we have achieved 97 million. So with the help and the cooperation of the team, I know that is achievable. So I need all hands must be on this that we achieve this aim. And also to give back to the community, we are going to ensure that as the rain is going on, we are continuously desilting all the drainages so that once the rain stops, within an hour or 2 hours, there is no water on the main road so that there can be easy flow of traffic of vehicular movement.
Thank you so much. And I hope Kolada says, is there a local government website for Apapa?
Yes, we have a website for Apapa. We have a website, www.apapalocalgovernment.org.
Mr. Chairman, I didn't hear your response.
We have.
Can you hear me,
a
sir?
website for Apapa. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I said www.apapalocalgovernment.org.
What's the website? www.apapalocalgovernmentwebsite.org. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for speaking to Honorable Owolabi Adele Elijah, popularly called NFA, the Executive Chairman of Apapa Local Government. Before we go, I want to show one last video. Mr. Chairman, this video is about you. So let's
2017 ushered in a man who is ambitious, disciplined, exceptional, liberal, easygoing, innovative, just, accountable, and honest. That is Honorable Adele Elijah Owolabi. The value for education is of utmost importance to the administration. Pupils and students are provided with qualified teachers, qualitative learning materials, conducive learning environment, and the school heads as well as teachers are better appreciated for their efforts in improving the teaching and learning process.
Apapa local government is a unique local government. Is one of all, and is chairman that is presently in the office. Is a passionate chairman.
He has impacted me as a teacher, students.
Always assure us that under his leadership,
Students really enjoying the dividend of peace. Our local government is doing everything possible to ensure that even teachers are comfortable.
Mr. Adele has done a lot for us. He's not only a leader, he's also a father. Because many times I've engaged with him and I also discovered that he's a man who is accessible.
As he always say, that and whatever he would like to do, must go to publish in order to ensure that education in Apapa local government did not suffer.
That comes from that marriage, 80% of them cross that they have
our school is
great water. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the services that you're rendering to the people of Apapa local government and to the people of Lagos State. We can see from the video that you're doing a lot. Don't give up. Continue doing more. Keep doing more. And we know that by God's grace, God will take Lagos to a greater height under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, and of course, as well in Apapa under your leadership, by the grace of God. Thank you for being on CovInspiration tonight. Thank you to all our viewers. Please enjoy your evening and have a great evening. Mr. Chairman, your final comment to our viewers.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. God bless you all.
God bless you, everyone. God bless you, everyone.